Hi there, Scorpios. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl. We're looking at March 14 through the 20th. It's a really exciting time coming up, and I know that many of you may not think so, but there on Sunday night, once the sun moves into Aries, there will be 50% of planets in fire signs. That's very unusual. Now, Mars, your ruling planet, is going to be in Sagittarius along with Saturn, the planet of focus and discipline. Money, that's your second house of money and self-worth. So how are you doing financially? You'll probably have a little time to do a little bit of bookkeeping over the weekend or early next week. And it's important that you're honest about your financial status and that you recognize if you really need to cut back. Also, Aries, you of course share Mars. You're co-ruled by Mars, whereas Aries is ruled by Mars. And in your sixth house of health and well-being and hard work, Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, and the sun over the next couple of weeks are really going to have you maybe going and getting some checkups with doctors, maybe joining a gym, maybe deciding that you hate the gym and that you'd rather be, doing something else, whether it's yoga or Pilates, one-on-one, or if it's hiking or something like that. Not everyone can handle the gym and the scrutiny. And, I live in LA, and going to the gym, you go with actors and actresses who are talking loudly on the phone with their managers and fully made up with Victoria's Secret catalog models in the bathroom and, naked. And I threw that in there for the men. And it's really daunting. So I don't go. I hike where people still look very glamorous. It is LA, but not as glamorous and as expensive as the gym. So that is this week's kind of thinking. You'll be thinking along those lines of how you're doing financially and how you're doing work-wise and health-wise. I think health is something that we put off, that we don't pay enough attention to, that we don't go to the doctor. You know how many times people say, did you go to the doctor? And you're like, no, it was just, just like a head cold when you probably had walking pneumonia or acute bronchitis, then you needed to go to the doctor. Far too often we blow off the most important things because we're simply too busy. And I think that this planetary activity is going to help you really work out just, how busy you are if you can't afford the time to go and see a specialist about something, or just go and see a GP and just make sure that everything's tip top, because that's how you want to be. Have a great week, Scorpios. Great speaking to you. And I do look forward to speaking to you again next week.